Hello again. I miss you all. Perimeter of a circle, which is called the circumference. So the distance around the outside of the circle, the length of that line, if that was actually a circle, is the circumference. I'll write that on here in a minute. Distance from the middle to the outside is the radius. In any direction. Distance from that point to there is exactly the same distance, and from there to that part of the circle is the same distance. Okay, distance from the middle to the outside, that's the radius. And from one side through the middle and to the other side is the diameter. I can probably write that one. No, that's too hard. I'll fix that. All right. 3 bits of a circle. That'll have to do. So diameter is all the way across, radius is part of the way across, and circumference is the distance around the outside. Okay, so to figure out the circumference, luckily you don't have to get a piece of string and then measure it with a ruler. There's a relationship between the diameter and the circumference, and that is that the diameter of a circle goes around the outside approximately 3 and a bit times something. And that number was so exciting to the ancient mathematicians that they gave it its own special symbol. It's called pi, which is just a number. It's even got its own special button on the calculator. Let's see. That one there. Right, so it's just a number like any other number, and it is the number of times that the diameter of a circle will go around the outside. So to find the circumference of a circle, you just grab the diameter, times it by pi, and you use it like any other number button on your calculator. So on your calculator, you just go, let's see, the diameter was 6, you just go, find that calculator, 6 times pi equals, and I didn't turn the calculator on first, but you would have got an answer. All right, so pi equals, I'm not restarting it, circumference equals pi times diameter, which also means that the circumference equals 2 lots of pi times the radius, of course, because there's 2 radiuses in every diameter. So this is the formula we're going to use. And there are reasons why I don't like this one so much. It works, it's fine. I like to use this one. Circumference is 2 times pi times the radius. Multiplying 3 numbers together, simple as that. Let's do a couple of examples. Oh, look, some circles. Where's the other stuff down there? Okay. This is on, I can't remember what page. So you're going to find, you're asked to find the circumference of these circles, okay? The circumference of this circle, you're going to write, you're going to write question 5 with a circle round it, part A. You're going to write circumference equals 2 times pi times radius equals 2 times pi times 2 millimeters equals, grab your calculator, 12.57 millimeters. Round it to the nearest, to 2 decimal places. Okay. If you're given the diameter, for example, quest part D, you're going to go D. Circumference equals 2 times pi times the radius equals 2 times pi times, the radius is 2. If the diameter is 4, the radius is 2 equals, it's the same as this one. Well, that's 2 meters, by the way. 12.57 meters. Those ones are pretty straightforward. Don't be slack. Don't just hit the calculator buttons and write numbers all over your page. Do it properly. Use the formula. If you have a calculator that belongs in a museum, you know who I'm talking to. Use this number, 3.14, because you don't have a pi button. Well, if you don't have a pi button on your calculator, use 3.14. Your numbers will be close enough. And moving on, here are some questions that are word questions. You've told that the rainwater tank, I'm trying to rub that bit of pen out, doesn't matter, that a rainwater tank has a diameter of 3.5 meters. Find its circumference. You don't always need a picture. You can do this. You can write question 8. And out, question 8. Circumference equals 2 times pi times the radius equals 2 times pi times, what's the radius? That's the diameter, so half of that is the radius, 1.75 meters equals, press those buttons on your calculator and get an answer, okay? These ones are a little bit trickier and I definitely want you to have a go. So the perimeter, it's asking you to find the perimeter of these shapes. The perimeter is made up of half a circle and a straight line, which happens to be the diameter. So the perimeter is going to be equal to 2 times pi times the radius, but it's only half the circle, right? 2 pi radius is going to get us a whole circle. This is only half a circle, so we're going to times it by half or divide it by 2. Times by half, divide by 2, whatever. Divide by 2. And then that's given us this much. We also need this bit. So we're going to add plus 25 centimeters. So we're going to go 2 pi radius, divide by 2 to get half a circle and add 25 centimeters. This one here, it's part of the circumference of a circle. How much of a circle is that? Circumference, not circumference, we're finding perimeter. Perimeter is 2 times pi times radius, and that's a quarter of a circle. So we can times by a quarter or divide by 4. It's times by a quarter this time. Times by 1/4. Right? Plus 8 centimeters here, that's the radius, and another 8 centimeters there. Right? 2 times pi times the radius. And you know, you can simplify fractions. That's, you know, times a quarter is the same as divide by 4. Divide it by 4, add 16. This one B, let's see. We got how much of a circle? It's 3/4. So perimeter is 2 times pi times radius times 3/4. The way I'm going to write that to make it easier for my calculator, times 3/4. Okay? 3 on the top, 4 on the bottom. That's how you multiply fractions. You know that. Add 14 and another 14. All right. How much of a circle is this? Let's see. A whole circle would be 360. This is, let me rub all this stuff out. Hang on. This is 45 out of 360. That's 1/8 of a circle. So you're going to go perimeter equals 2 times pi times radius times 45 out of 360 times 1 out of 8. Just divide by 8 plus 4 centimetres. 2 there, 2 there. This one's made up of 4 semicircles. You know how to find the perimeter of a semicircle. You can do that one. This one here, let's have a quick look at this one here. I see a semicircle with a radius of 4.5. I see a semicircle with a radius of 4.5. And I see a semicircle with a radius of 9. Let's add all of those semicircles together. So that is perimeter equals 2 pi times 4.5 divided by 2 plus 2 pi times 4.5 divided by 2 because it's a semicircle, plus 2 pi times 9 divided by 2, and you've got the whole perimeter. Okay, that's definitely as tricky as you need to go try and do all of those